Welcome to a sunny Yorkshire for the penultimate round of the 2014 Morris Lubricants 1400 Rally Championship. It's Rally Yorkshire, or the Trackrod as it is affectionately known, and definitely affectionate this weekend for those people who will be scoring points here to take to the next round, because the title will go down, the main 1400 title, to the Cambria in the final round of the season. So Matt Smith, Marcel Freeling, a whole host of drivers will be looking to make sure they're in the best position when we head to Llandudno. The only 1400 title that could be secured this weekend is the 1400 Rally First. Nick Carr, Joe Sturdy, after a fantastic battle with James West and Steve Eggington last time out, will be hoping that they will be taking the title home this weekend. They could do, they're the only ones that could, but let's see what happens on the stages. You're watching Special Stage. There were high hopes this weekend for Matt Smith and Giles Dykes as the Morris Lubricants 1400 series reaches their home turf of Yorkshire. However, things get off to the worst possible start as they go off the road in the opening stage and break a drive shaft in the process, dropping them well down the order to 11th. So it will be up to Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil to top the leaderboard after the day's opening stage. The pair hoping for a clean, trouble-free run this weekend, unlike the rest of their season so far. Dave, local man, how's the first few gone for you?
It was okay, actually. Yeah, we had a fairly clean run, no risks, so it was nice. It was good to get some mileage after the last 4 rallies, so It was clean. I think we passed Matt in there, so he's had a problem, which is a bit of a shame, quite early on in the stage, so we've just kept it clean after that.
Joining the Corsa pair at the top of the timesheets on an equal time are Justin Lawson and Paul Hargreaves, the pair getting their championship aspirations off to a good start here in Yorkshire. Rally Yorkshire is quite a poignant rally for you nearing the end of the season.
Absolutely. We've been trying to work out what we need to do championship-wise to make sure we're still in the hunt.
We've all been doing that.
With Matt going off, it's or having a problem, it's helped us. But I think for now, it's just not about thinking about that. It's just making sure we get to the end of this rally.
Dan Gray and Matt Rogers take a third fastest time through stage 1, but we're finding the car bouncing a little on some of the rougher sections of stage.
There's been a bit of work to do on the car. It all seems spot on there though, so pretty happy. It was bouncy in there, bit rough in places. We had a few moments, but
Bouncy, rough, was it fast?
it was quick. Yeah, it's good. Yep, awesome.
That's the main thing. Good luck for the rest.
Cheers, mate.
Kieran Darrington and Pamela Hilton back together for the first season make it safely through in 4th on Kieran's first visit to the Yorkshire stages. Clive Anstey and Tim Curry finished the opening stage with 5th fastest despite some concerns with a possible broken gearbox casing, a problem that was unlikely to be fixed in service if that was the case. And it will be 6th fastest through stage 1 for Marcel Freeling and Karen Robinson, despite suffering from a puncture 3 miles in. But there would still be plenty of miles to gain back some of that time. Of course, another pair fighting for the championship this weekend. Amanda Cornforth-Smith and Derek Cornforth would be another crew hoping for a strong result on their local stages. They end the first stage in 7th. And Matthew Jackson and Claire Williams' aim for this rally is just to secure a good finish to claim the 1400C class title. They start off well by being the fastest of the 1400C crews through the finish boards on stage 1. Just 10 seconds back in 9th, a daughter and father pairing, Jane and David Auden. No problems for the pair though as they settle into the Yorkshire stages. And completing the top 10 just 4 seconds further back are Gavin Spencer and Colin Toombs. Another strong entry for the Rally First crews in Yorkshire, and fastest in the early miles of the event are Nick Carr and Joe Sturdy. Their result this weekend, of course, was going to be crucial to the championship title. Well, here you are on home event. It would be nice, wouldn't it, to do it for yourself and Joe?
It would be very nice, especially for our sponsors and everything, so we need it.
Good luck. If not, it will go on to the Cambria, but you've got 4 more stages today to give it your all.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Rivals for that championship title, James West and Steve Eggington, end the first stage fastest in Rally First 1.6 and 15 seconds adrift of Carr in the lead. But it was far from over yet. James, such a close battle last time out. You must be hoping for a good result here.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, it's good fast stages today, so you've got to keep your bottle and push hard. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice close battle, but with us in front, of course. So.
Yeah, well, Nick Carr could tie the championship up here, so you've got to keep it alive to the Cambrian.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, so we've got to push, we've got to be consistent and see where Nick ends up, and then that's going to determine our day, really. So.
Neil Andrew and Dom Adams take third at this early stage and second in Rally First 1.4. The pair needing to up the pace in the next loop of stages, though. So you guys looking through the results here. Neil, can I just get a quick word after that first stage? I see you're looking at the results and looking quite happy with yourself.
Well, we had a spin, and I couldn't get it in reverse to get out of it. So I was thinking we might be 30 seconds down, but we're about 20, so it's not too bad.
Better than you thought. So 4 stages left. It is a long day here in Yorkshire.
It is, yeah, and we've been known to take a bit of time on other events, so we just got to do it in a measured way. That's all, and not have another spin. So that's how we are.
Well, we'll look forward to that. Just half a second slower through 11 miles of Langdale are Rory Jones and Tom Hughes in fourth. Another pair who would need to really knuckle down to find that extra speed during the afternoon. Richard Gemmell and Laurie Walker enjoy a good fast run to take 5th fastest at this stage in the rally. John Ambler and Elliot Lawrence, meanwhile, set 6th fastest as they settle back into the swing of things following a disappointing end to the Woodpecker Rally last time out. Sam and Tony Billum lead the way in the Rally First 1 litre class and take 7th overall, their championship already sewn up on the last round at the Woodpecker. And pairing up for the first time on the Trackrod and taking 2nd of the 1 litre cruise at this stage are Mick Quinn and Josh Pullen. Matt Thompson and Charlotte Banner get off to a terrible start in 9th as they suffer electrical gremlins with their VW Polo, with the car cutting out several times over some of the bad bumps. So at the end of the opening stage, the results are looking like this. On to the next 2 stages then, and it will be a drop to 2nd for joint Stage 1 leaders Justin Lawson and Paul Hargreaves, despite having a big off and completely restyling their Vauxhall Nova. Justin, at least you're still here, but the car doesn't look to be too happy.
No, absolutely. Unfortunately, we just went over onto our roof in Cropton, Stage 3. It really came up by surprise, to be honest with you. Just took a nice line into a corner. Kept it nice and tight, and there was a hidden rock in some long grass. We've hit that, and that's just flipped us over. Fortunately enough, though, we landed on our wheels, dusted ourselves down, and carried on. So we're here to continue the fight.
Thanks to Lawson's problems, Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil would extend their lead at the top of the 1400s to some 40 seconds as we go into the last part of the rally. Dan Gray and Matt Rogers would unfortunately end their event as they retire from 3rd place, and despite still suffering with gearbox gremlins, Clive Anstey and Tim Curry move up into 3rd place, things still holding out for now. The confidence growing with every mile. Kieran Darrington and Pamela Hilton keep up a solid pace in 4th, still going well on their first visit to these stages. Marcel Freeling and Karen Robinson have a slight off in Stage 3, but with no damage they recover and hold 5th, just 10 seconds behind Darrington in front. Apparently enjoying themselves in 6th place were Amanda Cornforth-Smith and Derek Cornforth in their Ford KA, the pair of course having a bit more luck than husband Matt in his similar car. Matthew Jackson and Claire Williams continue to lead the way in the 1400 C-Class and also sit in 7th place, looking good for the result they're looking for this weekend. Gavin Spencer and Colin Toombs get progressively quicker throughout the day and now hold 8th place. Jane and David Auden meanwhile dropped some time and sit in 9th place. However, the only complaint would be a broken nail. And completing the top 10 following their earlier dramas are Matt Smith and Giles Dykes, hanging in to see what can be salvaged for the championship this weekend. Matt Thompson and Charlotte Banner's problems would unfortunately cause them to retire in Stage 3, possibly as much of a relief as a disappointment for the pair this weekend. In Rally First, it would be all change at the top as James West and Steve Eggington take the lead of the category. However, their championship aspirations still lie in the hands of championship rival Nick Carr. And for Nick, with Joe Sturdy alongside, it would be second place now. The main championship contenders doing exactly what they needed to do so far this weekend. And with 2 more stages remaining, everything was looking good for the pair. Despite sitting in 3rd and 2nd in the Rally First 1.4 class, Neil Andrew and Dom Adams still aren't happy with their pace. This down to a twisted stub axle, causing the car to become very unstable under braking. Not ideal on these fast forest roads. Rory Jones and Tom Hughes sit in 4th, the pair finding the pace a little quick on this rally and unable to claw back some time to the leaders. Richard Gemmell and Laurie Walker still hold on to a close 4th, 5th place at this stage, the MG pair dropping a handful of seconds after an overshoot in Stage 3. And just 10 seconds back in 6th are John Ambler and Elliot Lawrence, the pair enjoying themselves on the Yorkshire stages. Sam and Tony Billham struggled to match the pace of the crews in front, the 1 litre micro finding it tough to keep up with the bigger capacity cars on these fast stages. They hold 7th and the class lead though for now. And rounding out the Rally First category in 8th are Mick Quinn and Josh Pullen as they gain some experience ahead of a full championship campaign in 2015. So with just a couple more stages to go here on the Trackrod, the results look like this. With the final 2 stages, including a run through the famous Dolby Forest complete, it will be Mick Quinn and Josh Pullen rounding out the Rally First results and enjoying a successful day to take 8th, as well as 2nd in the Rally First 1 litre category. Sam and Tony Billham take 7th, as well as their 6th Rally First 1 litre class victory of 2014, confirming their well-deserved championship result this season. John Ambler and Elliot Lawrence have a relatively trouble-free day to end the rally in 6th place, a welcomed finish after some of their recent results. 5th place for Richard Gemmell and Laurie Walker sees them secure their joint best result of the season here in Yorkshire. Rory Jones and Tom Hughes, meanwhile, are unable to match the pace at the top this weekend, and they end their day in 4th, but take away 3rd in the Rally First 1.4 category for their efforts. Neil Andrew and Dom Adams take a comfortable 3rd place and 2nd of the 1400 cars, the car limping to the finish with the rear wheel not looking too healthy as far as angles are concerned. And it would be 2nd overall and 1st in Rally First 1.4 for Nick Carr and Joe Sturdy, which means the pair are crowned Rally First champions for 2014. A victory made all the sweeter with it being done on their home event. But taking the win in Yorkshire are James West and Steve Eggington. A hard-fought battle all year long for the Rally First title, but one that would elude them by just a single point. So at the end of the Rally First results look like this. James, Steve, you came here with a job to do. You did it. You won the rally. You couldn't control what happened outside of that, could you?
No, exactly. It's a good day. Nick drove really well this morning. He took 20 seconds out of us. We gained it back, and we had a great afternoon rallying. Really good fun. Some tight stages, some hairy moments. But yeah, exactly. We could do what we could do. We won, the class and came first. But Nick's done well to come second. So
to be fighting this close, Steve, with the top three really fighting that close all season, it just shows the class of this series, doesn't it? The Rally First series.
Oh, it's been awesome, and Nick's consistency is really what's done it. He's been so consistent. He's been so on the ball the whole season, and he's a deserved champion really. So well done, guys. Brilliant.
You did all you could today, guys. You are winners today, but ultimately the championship didn't go down to the wire. Well done, though.
All right, thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Nick, Joe. It could have gone down to the wire. You made sure it went down here in Yorkshire on your home event. Champions in 2014. How does that sound?
You want to say it again?
Champions in 2014.
Don't get much better than that, does it? Yorkshire. I love it.
Joe, we might get more sense out of you. He's quite happy.
Just giggling away to himself. Yeah, it's been an absolutely brilliant day. It's just really good to get the championship here on the home turf with all our sponsors around, and we have to say big thanks to them. It's just been, we've had brilliant support, and it just allowed us to be here today with sort of a fresh set of tyres on and the car in as best condition it could be. So yeah, it's been amazing.
For me, this championship this year, the Rally First category, has been defined by the close battles that we've seen through all the rounds. Of course, that battle last time out where you did what you needed last to get that victory, and here you are battling for the lead again and winning the championship this time. That's what it's all about. It shows the class, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. All the cars are within a few brake horsepower of each other, all with the same, just standard running gear, and it just shows how good the class is. We've come here and we've won by 1 point, which shows in a season this long that the championship is just such a close race, and that low cost is brilliant.
Nick, a good day in the office, definitely.
Yeah, well, it was all down to consistency through the season. I think we had one setback in the Somerset, but first and second all the way through, I think, is the way to win a championship, I suppose.
I'm going to say it one more time. Are you ready for this? Yeah. Champions in 2014. Well done. In the overall 1400 results, it will be Matt Smith and Giles Dykes rounding out the leaderboard, ending the event in 9th place and putting a serious dent in their championship hopes going into the final round. Jane and David Auden end the day happy with an 8th place finish. No problems and a good clean run to the finish. Gavin Spencer and Colin Toombs make it to the end of the rally despite some issues with the gearbox. They take a well-deserved 7th place as well as 2nd in 1400C. Amanda Cornforth-Smith and Derek Cornforth have a trouble-free day, returning to Pickering in 6th place. And for Matthew Jackson and Claire Williams, it will be 5th place in their micro. But more importantly, they win Class 1400C, which also means Matthew is the 2014 1400C Class Champion. A fantastic achievement for the 1 litre micro driver. Kieran Darrington and Pamela Hilton end their event in 4th. A strong result for the pair on their return to the stages this season. And again, Kieran Darrington's first trip to these forests. It would be a podium finish for Marcel Freeling and Karen Robinson, keeping their championship hopes well and truly alive, and setting up a thrilling final round in North Wales. Clive Anstey and Tim Curry are relieved to make the final time control after gearbox problems plaguing them all day. Despite this, though, they take their best result of the year with 2nd. Unfortunately, we lose Justin Lawson and Paul Hargreaves. Despite their heroic efforts earlier in the rally, they go off for good in stage 4. But after 4 retirements in as many rallies, Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil make it to the end of a rally, and with the 1400 victory too. However, they only just make the final time control as the car cuts out coming into service, and they have to push the car into the final control. So before we catch up with the winners, here's a reminder of the final 1400 results at the penultimate round of this championship. Dave, Alistair, home event, and you haven't finished here yet before?
No, we haven't actually, so great result to be honest, really pleased, especially after this year. It's been an absolute disaster, so after 4 non-finishes and not getting anything since Malcolm Wilson back in March, to bring it home today is great, really good news.
And does it sum up your season, Alistair, that you have won the event but you've had to push the car into the winner's enclosure?
Yeah, we've had a pretty shocking pretty shit actually, pretty shit season. And yeah, that sums it up. It's just one thing after another. You think you've got things going, and then someone comes and bites you. But we've made it here, and we're pretty pleased with the finish, aren't we? So.
Well, luckily it bit you after you handed your time cards in. Guys, winners of Trackrod Rally Yorkshire 1400s, well done.
Great, thanks, Paul.
Cheers, Paul, thank you.
Clive, Tim, I'm not sure whether to say well fought, well endured, but you had some big problems today. You weren't even sure you'd make it as far as this, and here you are in second place.
Yeah, good day really. I never thought we'd make it to the start because I rolled the car last weekend, just testing at Red Dragon, and service boys did a brilliant job. Spent like all week until midnight every day, getting the car prepped, ready, back on its wheels and looking really presentable. And then first stage this morning, broke the gearbox mount, oil pouring out, and I just thought there's no chance it's going to make it to the end, but somehow it's just carried on, kept going, and it's pretty rough out there, but I just kept driving. I just thought, well, if it keeps going, it keeps going.
It's a real team effort to get the car here, and Tim, bit of a team effort inside the car, I'm sure, to coax him through with the gearbox all over the place.
Yeah, I think he had to realise that there was a problem and drive around it today, and I think he did. So yeah, I mean it's nice for us to finish off. It's been a difficult season really, and it's good to get some reliability with the car. So yeah, and I've enjoyed it today. I said it's 10 years since I've been up here, and it's nice to come to it's a slightly different terrain maybe than the other events that we do in the year. So it's been good fun. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Well done, guys. It's a podium for you on Rally Yorkshire.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marcel, Karen, consistency has meant that you're fighting for the championship with just one round to go, and here you are with a podium on the penultimate round. That's a signal of intent.
Yeah, we said we'd push on this one, and with the puncture on the first stage, we lost about 15 seconds, and making 15 seconds up on Kieran is bloody difficult, but the last two we had a real good push and just managed to get it back, so chuffed with that. Chuffed.
It's been a real battle of attrition out there for a lot of crews today, and it has been a case of battling through, hasn't it? Rally Yorkshire isn't always like that.
Absolutely, and it helps if the driver listens a little bit more to what the co-driver says rather than deciding to veer off the track.
Yeah, we had a little off, and that was totally my fault, but we kept foot in and we got back on, but it was close.
Well, some work to do perhaps before the next round, but the championship goes down to the Cambrian. You're in the hunt, and we'll look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah, we'll still fight.
After a surprisingly hard-fought day here in Yorkshire, round 8 reaches its conclusion. The podium behind me may be a surprise to some. A bad day in the office for Matt Smith, but a fantastic result for Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil. And of course, Clive Anstey and our championship contender Marcel Freeling, who desperately needed this result to keep his championship hopes alive into the final round. It does go down to the wire at the Cambrian next time out. Special stage will be there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.